In progress.
But why would Sally you feel that?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, leaders. How are you doing today? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Can everybody see me? Can everybody hear me? Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. All right, you're all welcome to today's Super Monday Cell meeting. Well, am I excited? Super excited for so many reasons. I'm super excited for so many reasons, and I'm sure most of you can tell why I am excited. But before that, please, can we go to our various WhatsApp groups in the next 1 minute? Okay, in the next 1 minute, let's go to our various WhatsApp groups and say the Super Monday Cell meeting has started already, okay? Unfortunately, you may not be able to get, for those of you that did not make it for the retreat, first of all the people that attended that retreat, you are not on the same level as they are. No matter what I do in this meeting today, first of all, the only thing I'm reviewing is the blueprint. I cannot review every single thing that was said that day. It was a power-packed 2 days. Those 2 days were mind-blowing. They were just, God, I don't even know where to start from. They were just too good that I personally, I don't know when I'm going to recover from it. I really don't know when I'm going to recover from it. I don't know. You know, at some point, I told myself that retreat is for me as well. That retreat was for me as well, you know. And for those of you that attended as well, I know that you caught a lot of things, a lot of inspirations, a lot of things where, you know, just hit your head. A lot of things just became clearer for you as to the vision of this business, the vision of what, you know, where we're going to as a team, the big picture, what we stand to achieve as a team. I'm sure all of that was clearer. Also, some of the challenges that you've been trying to fix, some of the things you've been trying to figure out in this business, I am sure a lot of these things were made clear. Or some of the motivation you've been looking for to, you know, to plug you on, to inspire you and all that. I'm sure you gained a lot of that motivation at the retreat, okay? So one thing I want everybody to do, please go to your various WhatsApp groups. I'm going to quickly review the blueprint and also show us how we can quickly become a millionaire, especially for those of you that attended the retreat and you have planned that you want to become a millionaire this year. You must start making over $1 million monthly this year. Trust me, I'm going to be sharing that with you, okay? So go to your various WhatsApp groups immediately and say the Super Monday Cell meeting. We have about 20 seconds to do that, okay? Go to your various WhatsApp groups and say the Super Monday Cell meeting has started already. Let's do that quickly. Super Monday Cell meeting has started already. Let's do that immediately. If your teammates are not in this meeting, it already tells you who you should work with. We learned that at the retreat. Anybody that is not ready to build this year should just forget the business. We crossed, for me personally, I crossed properly. I've been saying it to anybody that does not come for cell meeting, anybody that is not serious, anybody that gives excuses, I'm not going to work with them. I've just been saying with mouth, but mentally, everything, like every part of me agreed with me after, as in during that retreat, that this is the moment I am accepting that anybody that does not take cell meetings for granted, that takes cell meeting for granted, sorry, network is bad, that does not come for cell meetings, I can't work with the person. I can't, because I'll be wasting my beautiful energy that I would have used on someone else. I'll just be expending it on you, which, you know, it wouldn't even happen anymore. Okay, so I'm no longer ready to work with chickens. I'm ready to work with eagles. I'm looking for eagles. How many of you are ready to become eagles if you're not one already? How many of you are also ready to raise your own eagles? My network is very bad. While I try to see if I can fix that, let me just project my screen, okay? And hope everybody can see it as soon as I project. I don't know why the network is this bad, but anyway, let's see what we can do quickly, okay? So the slide is quite long. I'm going to run through it. So like I told you guys, every single year, our mentor, Ambassador Michael Okoli, comes up with a blueprint for the year. It's like, for me, it's like a roadmap. It's like a guideline. It's for you to just know exactly what to do at every point in your business. You don't need to struggle to figure it out. Everything has already been made clear. Like I shared because I was the one that emceed the 2 days. Like I shared before I introduced him to come share the blueprint, yeah, I told the leaders that this is one thing I've always looked forward to, enjoying. This is something I've always looked forward to see before I start my year. Boss Mike is always bringing out blueprints before the he brings out the blueprint for the new year. So let's say 31st of December this year, we're already aware of blueprints for 2023. So it's something I was already used to. So when the blueprint didn't come quite early, it was, I wasn't quite comfortable, but I'm excited because for me, my year just started for me. My year just started. I now know exactly what to do to actually achieve the goals, to achieve everything that I need to achieve this year, and also to be able to guide my people as well, which is what I'm bringing to you today. Like I said earlier, I will not be able to say everything. I will not be able to share everything that happened at the retreat, but by God's grace, as time goes on, we've already spoken about Ambassador Michael Okoli, and he promised us that all the trainings are being compiled, one after the other. So these are the things we're going to use for our cell meetings. If it comes out this week, fantastic, we'll start using it this week. If it comes out next week, we'll start using it, because the trainings were mind-blowing. The testimonies were crazy, okay? So anyway, like I said earlier, I'm just going to do my best to see what I can, how much inspiration you can, get from today's blueprints, all right? So first of all, I want to ask this question quickly. What are the reasons people get frustrated in MLM? What are those reasons? Why do people get frustrated in network marketing? MLM is multi-level marketing, which is the same thing as network marketing. Why is it that people get frustrated in doing network marketing? I want to hear your response to this question. Why do people get frustrated? What are those things that get people, someone said rejection, fantastic. What are those things? Even you that you're listening to me, I'm sure you've considered quitting a couple of times. What are those things? People that attended the retreat are already answering the questions from what they gained from the retreat. Amazing. Then let's review it together. Number one reason why a lot of people do get frustrated in network marketing. Number one is what? Little or no residual income. I know how many times I've had to battle with this, especially at the beginning, right? Especially at the beginning, because I actually came from zero income. I didn't have any money. This business was all that I needed. And even the times when I was making 40-something K, 50-something K months after, 70-something K, 80K and all that, all those monies a lot of them were still going back into my business. A lot of them were still going to calls. A lot of them were still, so it was almost frustrating for me at some point. So yes, I've also gone through those frustrations. So this is one of the reasons why a lot of people, get frustrated in our business. Number two is what? Attrition. Downlines, leaving or quitting. This is another reason a lot of people get frustrated. You recruit somebody and the person is excited today, and then tomorrow the person is totally out of your business, probably has even blocked you and no longer wants to speak to you again. These are the things that get people frustrated in network marketing. Another one is what? Downline or team management. You enter what we call the management trap, where you no longer have time to do your own personal activities because you have some people who are constantly needing your attention. You're working with them and you don't have the time to build your own activity. And sometimes for leaders who are listening to me, some of these activities now go on a particular leg that there are so much activities happening and they are not paying you immediately at that point. So the other activities that are supposed to pay you are not as active as the excess leg. We call it excess leg, the long, the other leg that a lot of people are coming into and is not commensurate immediately as the other, as the other leg. So it's not paying you as much as at the beginning. So you start managing those people And sometimes those people that you're managing, sometimes they even start making more money than you. These are some of the things that get people frustrated in network marketing, which is still back to very little or no residual income. Another reason a lot of people get frustrated is too much effort, little or no result. You feel like you're giving it so much of your time. You're giving it so much. Please let me try and see if they put on the gem. Please hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So too much effort or little result. So you're putting in so much energy, so much activity, so much into your business. And then you look at your DTC and you're not seeing the money get into your account. All these things can be very frustrating. I personally have also gone through this. Another one is what? Product issues. So many people have quit on our business because of what? We've had product issues. You make payment for 15 accounts, your packs are almost empty, you only see maybe toothpaste, coffee, and then the rest of the products are not available. All these things are frustrating. And then so for some of you who are new, I'm sure you might be thinking, I've not even started the business, I'm not even getting my products. So what happens to my downlines when they come in? So will I have to now recruit people that will come into the business and they're not even getting their products? Or maybe they get products, but they're not getting the entire thing. All of these things, and even some leaders, because some of these products are also not coming and they have a lot of their downlines on their neck, disturbing them. I want my product. All these things can be very, very demoralizing. Like I always share with you guys, in 2018, you guys are even experiencing product scarcity, as per there's some products, but some are scarce. What we had was, there was just no product. Alliance Motion Global, their products were stopped at the border, so many issues, so many things. You know how Nigerian government can be. And then those products, before they release the products, by the time they release, because they brought lots and lots of products, before they released them, most of them they were near expiring. Most of them were near expiring. So that time we did not have product at all. So imagine me being in business during that time, had lots of people who were frustrated, who were angry, had lots and lots of them. Product issues. Another one that could get people frustrated in our business is pressure from upline, downline expectations. It can get you frustrated. Your upline is expecting so much from you, probably because of what they see in you. And your downlines are expecting so much. You have 10 people under you and they are needing your attention every time at the same time. This one says, make this call. This one says, and most of them are not taking responsibility as you. All of these things can be very, very frustrating. And I totally understand. All right, so pressure from upline and downline expectations, that one can also be a bit of it can cause you some frustration as well. And I understand. So what are the things people do when they get frustrated in MLM? What are some of those things they do? I know some of you have either done it already, and I tell people most times people don't quit on our business the day that they stop doing the business. No, as you don't quit the business when you finally tell your upline, I'm no longer interested, or your upline is calling you to come and do the business, or to check up on you, and you're saying you're no longer interested. That is not the day you quit on the business. The day you quit on the business is the moment you're considering it, you stop doing your activities. You tell yourself, I'll make 10 calls, and you make only 8 calls, and you're getting frustrated. That you're already quitting on the business. So the number one thing a lot of people do when they get frustrated in MLM is that they go inactive. stop doing activities. Their uplines are calling them, they're no longer picking their calls. We say, oh, we have a big event. They read the message, they don't even reply. They are not even interested in what is happening. Anything that is happening, they are just really, really not interested. That is number one thing a lot of people do. They just go inactive. I'm sure as the leaders are listening to me right now, they understand what I'm saying. Another one is what? They quit on the business. They quit. When they experience some of these things I mentioned, or even all of it, they just quit. They say, you know what? I'm not doing it again. I'm not interested anymore. I'm not doing it again. Another one is what? They start blaming people. This is the one that I personally have experienced too many times in our business. You start blaming people. The person you're blaming, did they say they are not experiencing the same thing, but they've just decided to keep staying in the business? They start blaming everybody. If not because of my upline does not care about me. My upline is not doing this for me. They just start blaming people. They start blaming. They never take responsibility for their success. I'm not angry with anybody that says, you know what, I'm no longer interested in doing the business. If you're no longer interested, please leave. It's okay. We don't have to fight about it. If you just want to leave, leave. But the moment you start blaming and pointing fingers, is because of this person, I've not done this. No, you need to realize that all of us are facing the same challenges. Every single one of us are facing the same challenges. The only difference between me and you is that I have decided to take responsibility for my own life. That is the difference. They start blaming people. Another one is that they start what? Criticizing, bad-mouthing. Something did not work for you. It's fine, but it's working for other people. So why then do you go to other people who could stand a chance to succeed in our business and then tell them that they should not go there, that it didn't work for you because of your lack of discipline or whatever, lack of staying through, because of the lack of staying power? You don't have it. You don't have the willpower. Then why then do you go to other people to start, bad-mouthing an opportunity that has raised millionaires? This is another thing a lot of people do. Start criticizing. They'll start meeting people that are, yes, these people might still be struggling, but at least they are doing the best that they can do. They're getting some result. They go to those people and cripple their businesses. They tell you, oh, your leaders, all this cell meeting, all this training, all these things, don't even join, don't be coming for cell meeting and all that. Concentrate on just doing your business. Anybody that does not attend cell meeting, I've not seen one person that doesn't attend cell meeting and has a good business. Not even one person. I've not seen one single person. The day I see one person that has never attended cell meeting, is not organized, his people are not attending cell meeting, and they are taking the business with levity, I see that person succeed. Even myself, I will stop the cell meeting. I've not seen one person. I've not seen one person. Prior to the time we started cell meetings in our business, we were doing team trainings every single week. We're doing team trainings every single week. And we didn't even have as much result as we have now. So imagine the result we've created. So what do you think is giving us that result? What do you think? Another reason is what? Rebellion. People start rebelling. Now, the thing people do not understand with rebellion, right? First of all, I tell people this vision has been given to us by God. I'm not the one that sold this vision to myself. Right? Total rebellion. I think, why was Satan sent down from hell? Why? What was the reason Satan was sent down to hell? I mean, not from hell, sorry, from heaven. Why was Satan sent down to hell from heaven? Why? What was that paramount reason, the number one reason he was pushed down to hell? Why? I'm asking us, please. This is the reason why this is the number one. There's several other reasons like pride and all that, but the number one reason was rebellion. God detests rebellion. Like he dreads, he hates it with with so much passion. Like if he sees it in anybody, read in so many parts in the Bible where people rebelled. See the Israelites, when they rebelled, see how much God hates it. He's ready to waste the whole nation because of what rebellion. He hates it so much. He hates it, he dreads it, he hates it, he doesn't like to see it. If you don't want to be part of it, fine, you can just go, but do not rebel. Rebellion, he hates with so much passion. You want to succeed here. You want to be part of us. You want to enjoy what we enjoy, the anointing in this business, and you're rebelling within you. Some might say, oh, because you can be rebelling, but you're not saying it out. From the way your disposition, your behavior, when your leader is talking, from your behavior, your leader calls for a meeting, you don't even come. You're quietly rebelling. God detests a rebellious person. And most times people's businesses suffer as a result. This is one of the things a lot of people do when they're frustrated in MLM. Start rebelling. Another one is a lot of them turn to wolves in sheep clothing. This is another reason. This is another thing a lot of people do when they're frustrated. If you want to go, go. If you want to go to another company, go. We're not, as in, I'm at the point where I have zero tolerance for people who up until this moment have not realized that what is making me money in this business is not entirely just the company. If you like, jump from one company to the other. They tell you, oh, this one matching bonus is 1 million naira. If you jump to that one, you go still bring people now. You go still do the work now. Abi, you still do the work. So they will come here and then they start acting like they are part of what they are part of us, but they are really not part of us. They are rebelling, they are bad-mouthing while acting like they are part of it, which is one of the things, one of the leaders that the one that we just announced in Global Stars that just left our team. That is one of the things he did. Stayed within the team, acting cool, becoming my leader, becoming my friend, being nice to me. But meanwhile, he went to other leaders, he was saying so many bad things about me, chatting up my leaders and saying things about me to them. I can be training and he's chatting up my leaders and saying one or two. He doesn't know that some of these things were getting to me. You turn to a wolf in sheep clothing. You want to leave, leave. You want to leave, it's okay, you can leave. But why stay within and try to spoil the hearts and spirits of other people who are ready to do their business? Why? Why do that? How do I solve all these frustrations in MLM? I'm sure a lot of you are asking that question. How do I solve this problem? I'm frustrated. I don't want to keep being frustrated. What are the things that I need to do? I've heard these stories, these people that have been celebrated for one thing or the other. I too want to be celebrated. I'm tired of clapping for people every time. I want to also get on stage so that people can clap for me as well. I want to one day share my own story. I have a powerful story I want to share with the world. So how do I solve these frustrations? I know a lot of you are begging to have these questions answered. Only two keys. There are only two keys to solving this problem of frustration in network marketing. Number one is what? Become a leader. That is the number one. Number one is to become a leader. And number two is what? Build leaders. Let me just tell you people what a lot of leaders are enjoying. A lot of people who are making money in this business. A lot of people who are making, there's a difference between making money and making residual income. If you make 50K this month, it's still money that you made though. But that 50K does not mean that the fact you made 50K does not mean that you made residual income. Some people are even making over $1 million monthly, but that may still not be residual income. Some people are making $2 million monthly. It may still not be residual income. Residual income is that you're not working and you're still making money. You're not doing anything and you're still making money. That is residual income. My advice to you is if you want to start building residual income, how do you build residual income? By building leaders. That is the only way you can do that. That is absolutely the only way you can do that. By building what? By building leaders. Okay? So moving forward, how do I become a leader? How do you want to become a leader? And number one is what? Take responsibility. Take responsibility for your business. Take responsibility for your business. It's your business. It's yours. And Mr. Ronke during the retreat, she said, your business is a living and breathing thing. It's your business. It's a living and breathing thing. You take care of your business, it takes care of you. It's just like a child. Do you understand? You need to take responsibility, just like a child. You give birth to a child. For me, it's not when the baby is in your belly. That is not the work. Oh. Yes, there are a lot of women that when they become pregnant, they are facing so many issues, some issues, there are so many things that happen while pregnant. There are so many things that happen while pregnant. But for me, the hard work, oh, I'm sure a lot of mothers here can testify. Because when the baby is in the belly, you can still be moving around. You can still decide to sleep when you want to sleep. That's if you're not feeling any pressure in your tummy, you can still sleep. You can still do the things you want to do. You can walk around, do the things you want to do. If you're not stressed out, you can do some of these things. But as soon as that baby leaves your tummy, that's a different ball game. The baby is crying. You don't even know why it's crying. You're giving the baby food. The baby is still crying. You don't know what pain, where the baby is feeling. Feeling some of discomfort. You just don't know. That baby just becomes your total responsibility. If that baby is going to eat, it depends on you. If baby is going to sleep, every single thing depends on you. That baby just latches onto you for every single thing. That is what this business is to you. You must take responsibility for building this business. You must take 100% responsibility for this business. If you're going to one day become an 8-figure earner, if you're going to become one day a millionaire, you must have the mindset of taking responsibility for your business. That things happen in your business and you're asking, okay, what can I do? Not what is my upline? What did my upline do? My upline is not doing anything. No, take responsibility. Take responsibility. Most of you have been in my team for a long time, and I'm sure you have never heard me say, hey, our company has not done this for us. No. I may say, oh God, I wish more products can come in. And I'm even asking questions, but you never see me disgruntled. I'm taking responsibility for my business. And I also understand that the company is in business as well. So if the company is in business and every business has its challenges, yes, they are facing their own challenges. So would I now quit because they're facing their challenges? No, I'm not going to quit because they're facing challenges, because every business has challenges and they're facing them. Number 2, switch positions from the people creating the problems to the people solving the problems. If you're part of the persons or people creating the problem, please, you want to become a leader, switch positions. It's simple, just simple. Decide today that, you know what, I am no longer going to be the problem of my upline. I'm going to become the solution. There are so many of you that don't even know me. I don't even know personally. I don't know how, probably because I'm in your group, so you get a way to find my number. Now, some of these people, sometimes I'll post something, I can post a video, and I made a mistake in my video. I've had 2 women do this for me in the past 2-3 months. What they do is they won't come and say, Ambassador, there's a mistake, please correct it, or my prospects are complaining. No. Do you know what some of them have done? I can't remember their names right now. Some of them will just edit the video. They will use their own app, edit the video. They will now tell me, Ambassador, I noticed this video had this social problem, but I've already edited it for you. Please take it. These are the kind of people I'm looking for in the team. People that are taking responsibility. 2 people have done that in the past how many months? About a few months ago. I make another mistake. Some people just say, Boss Didi, there's a mistake in the flyer. Please correct it. My prospects are complaining. But they just take responsibility. These are the kind of people. You must become a leader. You must stop being a headache to your uplines. Because your upline, you're not the only one they're dealing with. And the moment you start taking responsibility, guess what? Your own downline start taking responsibilities as well. Number 3 is what? Think less about yourself and think more about your team. I was speaking with one of the leaders. I'm not going to mention her name. So for the past 2 days, I've been for the past 1 week I've been so stressed out. I was the one that planned the Amazon dinner and then planning events, having over 500 of my people coming to Abuja to Abuja from different states for this retreat. It was stressful. The day that the leaders came to Abuja, I had to host them, had to still meet every single one of them that were coming in. It was really, really stressful. I played host for the 2 days, myself and Ambassador Ifani. It was crazy. My legs, as in, I had to remove my shoe. My legs are swollen. I put my feet into my shoe. My shoe is as if it can't even fit in. My legs are really, really swollen. And I was the one that planned, alongside Ambassador Ronke, they planned the meeting, the Amazon dinner. I was just walking around. She was the MC for that day. I was walking around, picking guests, the VIP guests that we had. I was just the one walking around as if I was Usher. With my high heel, my legs, my feet, everything was hurting. And we see the presentation yesterday, and I was one of the presenters yesterday. 4 days back to back event. In those moments, I was not even thinking about just myself. I wasn't even thinking about myself. I wasn't just thinking about my team. I was thinking about the entire La Buena Vida project. Imagine Ambassador Michael Okoli gave me the responsibility of doing the Amazon dinner. And I said, no, boss, my leaders are coming from different places. I won't really have time, blah, blah, blah. I would have been thinking for just me and my team. It's not just about me and my team, the entire project, the entire vision. The entire vision. And people that came for that dinner, you know, it was top notch. It was well planned. I'm sure that's one of the best dinners they've ever had to attend. Think about don't just think less about yourself. Yes, you're important to the equation, but think about your team as well. So during that Amazon event, I wanted one of the leaders to speak. And the leader was saying, no, she didn't want to talk. And so Ronke and I were so angry. We said to the leader, you're a very selfish person. And he was like, no, I'm not selfish. Everyone has already heard my story. I was like, you're a very, very selfish person. For the past 2 days, we've been killing ourselves. Ronke and I, we've been killing ourselves. Ronke, every time they call her to come and do a training, she takes responsibility immediately. She starts preparing. She takes on the pressure to train everybody. They call me for something. I take the pressure. Do you know how many teams call me every single time? Every month, at least 3 speaking engagements, not just for my team. And I still have a large team to talk to. I'm no longer thinking about myself. I'm no longer thinking about just my team. I'm not thinking about the entire La Buena Vida project. I still have to do all these things. And then we talk to your leaders, we talk to your teammates, we invite motivating your teammates. When it's not your turn to come and motivate other people's teammates as well, you're shying away from that responsibility. Think less about yourself. Take responsibility. I talked about during my first year in network marketing as a whole, when I was still in my former company. Other people were bringing prospects to me. I was doing presentation. None of them knew that I did not have a growing business. I was not making money. I was struggling. I would show up. I would invite prospects. I would show up. None of them would show up. I would still stay to the very end. Some of them were bringing prospects to me. They thought I was making money because of how diligent I was. They'll be bringing their prospects to me. Please come and talk to this one. Come and talk to that. One thing I did not know was that God was preparing a better place for me. I was just taking responsibility, doing the things that I needed to do. I wasn't saying no because my teammates did not bring prospects and me too, my prospects did not come. There's no reason for me to stay. I'll just go. I was still talking to their prospects. What was happening in me was that I was growing as a person while helping them grow. What I tell people is that whenever I take up a speaking engagement, I become better. I emceed when we launched La Buena Vida project. So Michael Okoli met me and said, you're going to MC. I had never spoken to a crowd of more than 5,000 in my life, never ever. That was my first speaking engagement, to speak to a crowd of, at least I've done maybe 1,000 prior to that time, had never done more than 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. I did about 5,000 plus on that day. When he called one of the leaders said, oh, he won't be able to do it, blah, blah. When he called me, I was a bit scared, but I was like, okay, no problem, boss. I mean, thank you so much. I was even happy. I was like, oh, thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. I'm really, really excited that he deemed me fit to be the MC. And I did that. I was the MC for that day. For the two, it was still 2 days. I was the MC for the 2 days. It was scary for me for the first day. It was scary for me. My legs were shaky, but I still handled it. But guys, guess what? The MC I did for this last time, I was like a goddess on stage. I was feeling myself. I felt so good. Guess what? I took that first responsibility so that what? God could create me for a larger stage. I spoke before 7,000 people. Nearly 8,000 people. That's because I heard that there's a ticket that bed 8,000 something. So we had more than 8,000 people in that hall. More than 8,000 people in that hall. Because I was all the speaking engagement. Like I told you guys, even when I wasn't making money, I was taking this. You're waiting for you to grow a team before you become a leader. No, Become a leader so that when you start raising people, some people, I've had my leaders ask me this question. I'm saying, Didi, how are you even doing it? I only have about 100 people in my team and it's already crazy for me. How are you doing it? You have thousands of people in your team and you're able to still hold them together and you're able to still do this business. How are you doing it? Because I became a leader even before one person joined my team. That is the answer. Become a leader. How do you become a leader? Personal self-development. Self-development. You're building yourself. You're reading books. Elijah said something. Elijah is currently one of the top earners in our team. The Buena Vida project. He didn't even start with us. He was celebrated as the best G leader and all. And then during his training, he said he would share his 3 secrets with us. Let me open it because I was taking a lot of notes. Trust me. I told myself that retreat is for me. So even as I was emceeing, I was still taking responsibility. Even as I was emceeing, I was still reading. I was still learning everything that I could learn. Even as I was doing MC for the retreat. Yeah. So he said he shared his 3 secrets, and that struck me. And I said to myself, I know that this is exactly what Elijah has been doing. Ambassador Elijah. He said his 3 top secrets in this business. Number 1 is outstudy. Outstudy everybody. If Ambassador Didi knows 1, try and know 10. Know everything, read everything. If Ambassador Didi reads 3 books in a month, if I read only 1 book, because my goal is to be reading 1 book at least every single month, I must have, not soft copy, I must have at least a book, physical copy that I read every single month. I read every single month. So if I tell you that I'm doing 1, you want to make more money than me, you read more than 1, you read 2, 3. I'll study. Number 2, he said, is what? Outwork. You want to, that's his secret. He said he came in and he told himself, I will outwork everybody. If people tell themselves I'll book 40, I'll book 80, I'll book 50, outwork everybody. Outwork everybody. And then the last one he said is his last secret is he would outlast everybody. He said he would never ever quit on C21FG unless C21FG quits on him by stopping. That he personally would be the last to leave C21FG. Everybody will leave, including Ambassador Michael Okele himself. That his decision is that he will remain. He will be there unless C21FG quits, which is when Boss Mike says he's no longer doing the business. That is when he'll say, okay, since nothing is remaining, that's only when he would leave. Outstudy, outwork everybody, and outlast everybody. These were his top secrets that he mentioned. Please, can someone go to the beginners classes 1, 2, 3, 4 and post this Super Monday Cell meeting as well, please, so that you can learn as well, please. Become a leader through personal development. Outstudy, outsmart, outwork, sorry. Outstudy, outwork everybody and outlast everybody. Why do I need to build leaders? Why is it imperative? Why is it so important to build leaders? Number 1 is this, so as to key into the vision. So as to do what? To key into the vision. What is the vision? I'll share that shortly with you people. Like I told you people, the vision wasn't given to Ambassador Michael Okoli by himself. No, it wasn't given to him by me. It wasn't given to him by a human being. It wasn't. That is why sometimes there's some challenges I face in this business and I tell myself, well, this is God's vision and he will give me the strength, every single thing to make it come to fruition. That sometimes I get really, really, really confused, but I just tell myself, you see this confusion, I know God is going to clear things up because it's not my vision. It's not my vision. It's not even in my own power. Do you understand? Number 2 is what? So as to have financial freedom. If you don't build leaders, you cannot have what we call financial freedom. So you have to be deliberate about building leaders. You have to first of all build yourself to become a leader. That you're taking responsibility. You want to have people that respect you, that follow you. You have to have someone that you're following. If you want to have financial freedom, you must have people that are following you. You must build yourself to be a leader. If you don't build yourself to be a leader, you can't build other leaders. If you want to have financial freedom means that I can decide, you know what, on a Monday morning, I'm not going to come to work. I'm going to be chilling. I'm going to go, travel out and all that. And I'm still making money every single time. If you don't build leaders, you can never enjoy a time like that. If you don't build leaders. Another one is so as to stop starting all over again. So many of you build people, you start, they stop doing the business. You start all over again to start building. No, you have only been building, you've only been recruiting. You've not been building leaders. I had one lady in my team. That was about 5 years ago. She joined me. In fact, she joined the year that I joined the business. She only joined like maybe 4 months after I joined the business. This lady was a recruiting machine. Like, she was a machine in doing this business. Is it bringing people? She would tell me, Didi, I get people now. Don't worry. I get people. And I don't know, she had such good influence on her people. If I invite 10 people, maybe only 2 or 3 people, 2 people register. But if this lady invites people, 10 people, at least 5 to 6 of them must register. The other people will register, but maybe much later. I don't know what she used to say to them. I don't know if she used to put something in her mouth. Like, she was so good at getting her people registered in the business. It was amazing. But at some point, I figured out that while she was recruiting a lot of people, people were joining her business, but she wasn't building leaders. And I sat at them, I said, babe, if you want your business, you want to, at least, because you need to take a break. I mean, not every time you're recruiting like a crazy person. In a month, in fact, if she was in the business for like doing the business actively, she was in the business for like maybe 1 year or so. And every month, there's no month she did not recruit at least 10 persons. There's no month. And she was just recruiting. People were just joining the business, but they were leaving as they were joining. And I spoke to her, I said, babe, the only thing that will keep some of these people is that you become a leader and then encourage them to become leaders as well, to start taking small responsibilities at their own level. And she said, babe, no, Didi, no. Please, the only thing I can be doing in this business is just bringing people. I don't have time for all those training. I don't have time for all those this thing, blah, 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 blah. That was what she kept saying. And I kept trying to convince her to come for trainings. Every time there's training, because I had that habit of every time there's training, then I would send a message. Let's say training is tomorrow. I'll send a message to all my people today, as in at most, I'll send a message the next day. Or remember our training today, see you at the training today. All my downlines will receive that message from me. I would send to her. She would ignore it. She would just give excuses. I can't really come because of this and blah, blah, blah. Just so many excuses. And she was never coming. It wasn't even up to a year. Her team stopped. Every single person under her stopped doing the business. She was frustrated. She was too frustrated. She was wondering why her people, she had such attrition rates. People were joining and leaving almost at the same time. You need to build leaders because you need to stop starting all over again. You need to build leaders. It's not exciting. One of my mentors says, if you get it first the right time, you don't need to do it a second time. If you get it first the right time, you don't need to do it a second time. If you do this business right the first time, you don't need to rebuild again. I'm grateful to God that everything that I needed to do, yes, there are some lapses here, which I'm still building on. But the main things I was supposed to do at the foundational level, I didn't run from it. I did them. There's never a training that I ran from, any event that I ran from. I was going for every event. And that is why I'm here today. I've never had to rebuild my business from the scratch. Never, ever. In my 6 years, there's never a month that I do not make money. Never a month. I showed you guys my November from 2016 to 2020. I showed you guys my November income. So I'm sure you could see that there was never any month. If November, I used one of the worst months in a year. November is one of the worst months of the year. But guess what? When I say one of the worst months, I don't mean worst month as a month, but worst month in terms of business activities, because people are beginning to wind down and they're trying to save up money for December and all that. But I showed you guys my November for 2016. You saw how much money there was there and all that. You could see I was always making money. So I'm telling you categorically that it was because I started building leaders from the onset. How do I build leaders? How? First of all, count the cost. What would it cost you to build leaders? If you don't know what it would cost you, won't even know how to engage in the first place. What would it cost you? What are the costs of this business? What are the costs of building leaders in this business? Number one cost is this. temporary loss of self-esteem from ignorant people. People cannot stand the fact that people will call them insane for doing this business. People cannot stand the fact that they are going to lose friends because they are now in this business. They can't stand it. They like to be lovey-dovey with everybody. They want everybody to like them. So the fact that they have to get into this business and people will not really like them as much. Oh, a whole you is doing network marketing. Oh, a whole you is doing all this, bring people, bring this, bring that. There were some slay queens I was close to during my service year. Just, during my service year, there were some slay queens. One of them, Bukola, two other ladies, so I can't even really remember their name anymore. That's like how many years ago? They were like slay queens. During my CDS, they will come, they are dressing, they'll draw their eyes almost reaching the back. They are so hot and everything. And then when I finally, joined, left my own company and joined this, when I started telling them about the company, the business I was doing, 3 of them stopped being my friend. I would come and I'm talking to them and they're just leaving me and they're just going. It was like a plan thing. When I come, I would see them, I see they're talking to each other, that sort of thing. And I wasn't even as hot as they were then, but look at me right now. I mean, I don't need anybody to tell me that I look hot. I don't need anybody to tell me, right? So then they were so, but imagine that I was so, I wanted to be their friend so much that I could leave my business for that. I wanted to imagine that I wanted to be liked by them and I left my business for that. Imagine. The cost of this business is that you must be willing to stand that temporary loss of self-esteem. People are going to question your sanity. People are going to question if you're okay. People are going to question you. Ignorant people that do not understand what you're doing. They're going to question you. Bring those 3 slay queens now. Let's stand together. We can't even stand shoulder to shoulder. We can't even have a conversation now. Another one is what? Rejection from family and strangers. Let me tell you the most painful rejection. Some of you think the most painful rejection is the one from friends. No, the most painful rejection is the one from family. People that you love. People that their words have meaning to you. And then they laugh you to scorn. Or threaten. For some people, your dad is threatening to disown you. Your mother is threatening to disown you. Rejection from family, friends, and strangers. You must be willing. You must know that this is a rejection business. You must be willing to stand through it. Another one is work without getting paid, so that in the future you can get paid without working. These are some of the costs. Some of you, every single time you're checking your DTC, you log into your DTC, you're checking if there's money there. From time to time, you're checking if there's money in your DTC. You're checking if there's money. No. You must be willing to do the work right now while building yourself. Don't be looking at the money aspect, because a time is going to come when you're not working, but you're still getting paid. You're still getting paid. Another one is betrayal from teammates. Teammates betray you. I've been betrayed over and over again. Be ready for it. It will happen. Leaders that you start with and it felt like you would end with them. But guess what? They leave you along the way. They become wolf in sheep clothing. They backbite you. They say so many things, even though they know that you have been genuinely, building the business. There was one lady, one of the ladies that left and was acting like a sheep in wolf, a wolf in sheep clothing. Yeah. So one of the things she said was that I'm sleeping around. We've not said what we're doing. Me, I've not said what I'm doing in this business. I'm sleeping around. I'm sure in her mind now, one of the reasons I'm one of the top leaders here is I'm sleeping around. Maybe they're registering people under me. I'm sleeping. So now the question I want to ask is this. There are so many things I've heard. Trust me, there are so many things. How it's not me that bought my first car. It's not me that bought the second one. Someone bought it for me, The question I wanted to ask the lady was this, even though these things don't bother me anymore, it was at the beginning of my business that maybe a word will hurt me. They say if nobody talk about you, then you're nobody, you're not doing anything. People will talk. It's a normal thing. You must be prepared for it, right? So the question I wanted to ask this lady was this. Okay, so one of the reasons I'm making money is because I'm sleeping with my prospects. That's what it means now. I'm sleeping with my teammates. Oh, so if I'm sleeping with Jerry, for example, will I also sleep with Jerry's downlines? Will I also sleep with Mr. Moses downlines if I'm sleeping with them so that they'll keep doing the business, Abi? Okay. After sleeping with his people, I will also now sleep with my downline, with Miracle's downlines too. I'll sleep with Miracle because I have to also sleep with the women in my team as well. I'll sleep with Miracle. After sleeping with Miracle, I'll also sleep with Miracle's downline. Oh, that's how I used to walk around, sleeping around. Wow, I must be strong. Wow. There's so many things that people would say. People will say, talk and talk. If I sleep with one, like I should be ready to. I have over 30,000 in my 30,000 people in my team. Be ready to sleep with all of them now. Should be ready. Betrayal from teammates, it will happen. Be ready for it. People will talk. You buy your car, they will say, oh, that car, she's not even the one that bought it. It's also personal. They will talk. They will talk. It's also not Jerry that bought his car. It's all the ladies he's been sleeping with that bought the car for him. Blood, sweat, tears. There'll be times of discouragement. There'll be times of depression. There'll be times of sadness. All these things are going to happen. You should be ready for it. These are the costs of this business. But you have to make a decision. Make a decision to pay the price and not run. I tell people that thing you're running from in this business, you still meet it in other businesses. That thing you're running from. You know, it's so easy to quit on network marketing. It's so easy to quit on it. It's so easy to quit on it. So easy to run. Make a decision to pay the price. Make a decision to be full-time. Make that decision. Make a decision to go full-time in the business. If you're going to do the business part-time, fine. If you must do it part-time, probably because you're working in a place that you're passionate about, it's still fine. But you must have a full-time mentality. You must be able to grind like with a full-time mentality. Not the one that, yes, so you're working, but they're begging you to come around to do your business. If you're not ready to do the business, quit. It's better for you to quit now than to stress yourself and quit later. Quit now and just face your life. But if you want to really do this business and make money, you must be willing to take responsibility. Make a decision not to go anywhere until you succeed. Not that you say, okay, we're not going anywhere, but you cross your hand and not do anything. No, make a decision that you're not going anywhere. You must keep up with the grind until you succeed. Make that decision. Make a decision to buy into the vision and be devoted. Just like you're a Christian, you're devoted to Christianity. You're a Muslim, you're devoted to Islam, you're devoted. You could fight for the cause. The same thing with Christians. Make a decision because you've bought into the vision of Islam. You've bought into the vision of Christianity. That is why you're devoted to it. If you buy into the vision of our business, you'll be devoted to it. You'll be devoted. Go find your eagles. Decide that this year you're going to look for your eagles. Go find your eagles. Be willing to massively recruit people. Because the good thing about this is you stand more chance of building leaders when you recruit more people. Be willing to do that. Keep track of all your recruits. Whenever you recruit someone, you register someone in the business, keep track of them, their activities. Sometimes a serious-minded person registers under your downline that is not serious. And that your downline, because your eyes are not in your business, that your downline that is not serious, cripples the activities of their own downlines. But if you're a serious-minded leader and you're keeping track of what is happening in your team, you pick your eagles even from your downlines eagles, pick them and work with those eagles. Some of the, like, for example, now, I'm not the one that recruited Daniel Alako. I'm not the one that recruited Abigail Asonda, but I picked them up and I'm working directly with them. Imagine that I said, no, let their uplines work with them. It must be their uplines that must work with them. Imagine that I said that. I'm not the one that recruited Mr. Kola. Imagine that I said, oh, let just their own upline work with them. No, I work with my leaders and their own downlines as well. Once I see a serious-minded person, I work with them as well. Be willing to embrace rejection. Be willing to embrace rejection. It will happen. When it comes, just say, well, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Of course, I knew it was going to happen. Be willing to sow your seed so that you can harvest at the right time. Sow the seeds now. And it's not when you sow the seed. Every morning you'll be going to, if you plant maize, do you constantly go to go and, open or bring it out from the earth to check if it's growing? No. You give it time while you're watering it and nurturing it, going through the stress and pain of taking care of it. And then one day, eventually see it, sprout from the earth. Find your eagles. Go find your eagles. Find your eagles. Matt Morris shared this. He said, in 8 years, I estimate that I personally showed my business to just over 1,000 people. From just one, please pay attention so that you understand your business. Because some of you don't understand the business that we do. You don't understand the numbers. So when some things are happening in your business, because you don't understand it, there's some things that are happening to you because you don't understand it. You just be scared unnecessarily. Let me give an example. For it's just like when you're about to get into school, right? Well, before I entered the University of Abuja, luckily for me, I had some people that were telling me about some things to look out for from lecturers. My elder brother would tell me, please don't get close to lecturers. Don't get close. Just do your business without having any ties with any lecturer, because they can use it against you. You may find some that are good, or you may find some that are very good, but you never know the one that is good. They might use it against you. Just be neutral. Don't even engage in some things. My brother just prepared me. And the funny thing is that as soon as I entered school, I started seeing some ladies that were suffering as a result of having some ties with lecturers. They kept on sleeping. Some of them kept on sleeping with some of them, sleeping with them till they left that school. Because some of them were sabotaging them. We're telling them things like, if you don't come and sleep with me. I had lots of friends like that. If you don't, because they became friends with them, they started shining teeth with them at the very beginning of the business, of entry school. They started shining teeth with some of the lecturers. And then when they came close, they started saying things like, I won't give you even D in this subject if you don't sleep with me. If I even give you D, is by imagine a lecturer is telling you that. You're not even sure of other courses. That lecturer is now threatening you with an F. And the funny thing is, I had one of my friends, even after sleeping with the lecturer, guess what? The lecturer still ended up giving her F. Giving her F. Still threatening her the next session again. If you don't, because he said, I can't remember what he said, because you didn't do what? He said, because you didn't. And the funny thing is, I didn't know who to report to. Really didn't know who to report to. She said she spoke to one of the seniors then, and one of the seniors that later became a lecturer there. So the guy just said he doesn't want his hands there. That if he would be threatening his own job by speaking out for her. Lecturer said because he asked her to come a couple of times to their hotel room and she didn't come. Can you imagine? So because my brother had already prepared me, I knew what to look out for. There were some things that would happen. I'm like, okay, my brother had already told me this, or my dad had already told me this, or some friends had already told me this. Do you understand? So the same thing, I'm preparing you so that there's some things you meet in our business. You just say, oh, yeah. Ambassador Lily said it during the Super Monday Cell meeting that this and that will happen. These are things to look out for. So you won't scare you, won't be discouraged. So look at what Mark Morris said. He said in 8 years, I estimate that I personally showed this business to about 1,000 people. From 1,000, I personally sponsored 280 people. Only 280 people agreed to register with him. Meaning that 720 people told him no. 720 people told him no. Of those 280 I sponsored, 238 quit his business, leaving him with about 43 active after 8 years. Just 43 out of how many people? Out of 1,000 people he spoke to. Of those 43, there were 6 major leaders that had emerged. There were other smaller teams, but here's the breakdown for the customer count generated from those 6. So those 6 major leaders that emerged eventually, look at what happened. One led to having 6,000 people in his team. Another one led to having 20,000 people in his team. Another one led to having 23,000 people in his team. Another one led to having 52,000 people. Another one led to having 300,000 people in his team. Imagine that he said, a whole me, 720 people said no to me, I quit. How would he have raised 6 major leaders? He doesn't need everybody in his business. Out of 1,000 people, just 6 remained solid. And that's enough to make him a multi-millionaire. Another one led to 750,000, ladies and gentlemen. Some people are building leaders that will not stand the test of time. Some people are building leaders that will rise to fight them. That's what some of you are doing. Some people are building leaders that can't lead anyone. A lot of leaders, some are building on shaky foundation. Some are building on sand. Some are building in baskets. Some are building in, but playing. Some are sleeping on waterbeds. Some are just really not even building at all. Some are sleeping on top of the motorcycle. Where leaders are building, some are building on rock. Some are building on solid rock. Some are building bungalows. Some are building duplex. Some are building high-rising. Some are building, skyscrapers. What are you building? How long will it last? How long will it last? 5 pillars. I'm going to quickly share with you 5 pillars for building leaders, lasting leaders. Number 1 is pillar of integrity. If you don't have integrity, you're not building shit. Your leader tells you, oh, do this and do this. You don't do it. You tell your downlines, oh, we're going to do this. You don't do it. Your leaders give you money, you don't do it. You come late, your leader says there's a penalty for coming late. You pay this, you don't pay it. You lack integrity. You say you do 1, you do 2. You say you do 2, you do 1. You lack integrity. Another one is that you lack discipline. If you lack the discipline, your downlines lack the discipline as well. You must have discipline. Another one is you must start raising connectors. Another one is pillar of raising kingsmen. And all some of these things will be explained. Pillar of duplicating by cell meetings. If you're not duplicating by cell meetings, you're not raising people that are coming for cell meetings, forget the business. Let's talk about pillar of integrity. The foundation of every venture is very critical to how strong the venture will be. To sow seeds of dishonesty is to have a faulty foundation. If you're a very dishonest person, I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. You're building a very faulty foundation. To poach someone is to build on sand. You see someone and you poach them. That person already knows that, oh, I can be poaching other people as well. So when they come into your team, they'll start poaching. And anybody that is a leader, any person in this business, any partner that poaches people, trust me, you can never grow a solid business, never ever. To eat part payments, you're eating people's codes, you're eating monies, you're eating people's monies. Someone pays for this business and you carry that money and you eat it in your tummy. You can never succeed, never ever. Some people are waking up in the morning and they're cursing you every single day of their life. How do you want to succeed? How? La Buena Vida project is succeeding today because we have lots of people praying for us every single time. Pillar of discipline. Without order, there can be no structure. Without discipline, you're not building, you are playing. If you lack the discipline, they call for cell meeting, you wake up, you come by 8:30. You lack the discipline. Do it right. Do it right. Try and do it right. You must regiment your business. What time you come for the business, what time you leave, the activities you must do in between. You must regiment your business. What is your daily method of operation? What are you doing every day? You must be disciplined and build a disciplined team. You must have a disciplined team. If you're not disciplined, your team will not be disciplined. Don't make it compulsory, but never lower your standards. I will never lower my standard because some of my leaders are not willing to do some things. I will not say, you know what, because my downlines are not coming for, that's what some of you do. Because my downlines are not coming for cell meeting, I'll stop coming for cell meeting. There was a time when we started this whole cell meeting thing. It was very small, it was about 100. I was telling myself, God, let me just, why am I so, killing myself for cell meeting? At some point I was like, no, even if it's 100, we'll keep doing it until we grow. But look at us right now. Of these 300 and something people here, we have lots of people listening in their office and their offices are filled to capacity. Don't make it compulsory, but never lower your standard. Don't say, I'll stop showing up at the office because only 3 people are coming for cell meeting. No, keep coming. Those 3 will build their own people that are also coming. Those 3 are following your activities as well. They're following you. What are the pillars for raising connectors? Boss Mike has changed everything. If you register in this business, you are a recruit, you are a distributor. As soon as you create your own 36 codes, you become a connector. For those of you that have not generated 36 codes in your team, you're not connectors. As soon as you generate 36 codes in your team, meaning you have 36 registration codes. One person comes in with 15 accounts, that is 15 out of 36. You have 2 people with 15 accounts and one person with 6 accounts, that is 36 codes. That automatically makes you a connector. Becoming a connector is everything. It means you have an active business. To become a senior connector, it means you have a total of 3 connectors. So we're going to have Global Stars Connector. A Global Stars Connector is someone who has generated 36 codes. A Global Stars Senior Connector is someone that has generated 3 connectors. And then a Global Stars Soaring Connector is someone who has about 5 people that are 5 connectors, meaning that they've generated 5 people that are connectors in their team, that generated 36 codes in their team. If you're willing to become a connector, I want to go to the chat session and say, I am going to become a connector this month. I'm going to become a connector. If you're willing to become a connector, for those of you that are still new in this business, I want to go to the chat session and say, I am going to become a connector. I want to say that quickly. I'm going to become a connector. I'm going to become a connector. For those of you that are already connected, I want to say I'm going to become a senior connector. If you're already a senior connector already, I want to go to the chat session and say I'm going to become a soaring connector. And then the elite connector is someone who has a minimum of 9 connectors. There's no way you will be a soaring connector or an elite connector and you're not already a millionaire in this business. This is the fastest way to become a millionaire. Pick 5 people in your team and help them become connectors. This is the fastest way to become a millionaire in this business. In fact, after we saw the whole Testis Coach Challenge thing, after we saw it, it became easier for me to see, to build per person. All I need to do is just pick one person and say, you know what, we're going to generate Testis codes in your team. We must generate it, everything that we need to do, all the calls, Facebook ads, everything, encouraging your downlines to upgrade, everything we need to do, but we must generate Testis codes in your team. If you build this way, making money is easier. Building leaders is also easier as well. Pillar of raising kingsmen. Who is a kingsman? A kingsman is a rank in the British Army, equivalent to private. You must become a kingsman. Very important. A kingsman is a recruit, a soldier into the connected economy. What does it take to become a kingsman? A kingsman is someone who, with basic knowledge, who has signed up to become a leader. To become a kingsman, very simple, you must have a minimum of 4 people in your team. You must be attending cell meeting, must not be joking, as in cell meeting, they should not come to participants and look for you at all. You must be in cell meeting. You must have gone through the SMO checklist. You must have graduated through the incubation program on Saturday. The number of leaders in your team is directly proportional to the number of kingsmen. If you notice, most times, if you go to any team that is standing, it is not, most people that are still standing are either kingsmen and above. You will not see someone that has not generated, most times it's rare to see someone that has not recruited up to 4 people and they are still standing in the business. It is mostly kingsmen that are still standing in your business and above. Pillar of duplication by cell meeting. If you are joking with cell meeting, you're not even playing, you are scattering your team. You're not playing, you're scattering your team. The people that have the most order in their team, the people that are making the most money in my team are people who have a healthy cell meeting base. All the 2 Comma Club members that were celebrated in my team at the event, all of them have a healthy cell meeting base. Cell meeting is where nutrients is passed to the whole team. Avoiding cell meeting is like starving your body cells. I've committed all the cell meeting you've been listening to this year. I've been the one providing the materials. And I've promised myself I would ensure I keep providing the materials. We're even going to restructure our cell meeting further. I've made that promise. I'll be the one providing the cell meeting materials. So don't be scared of, coming to cell meeting and there will be no value. There will definitely be value. Every cell meeting. There will definitely be value. You must learn something. Anybody that stops attending cell meeting dies off from the business. That's the truth. Gradually, they die off. So why is it that you're committed to going to church every midweek service, every Sunday? Some of you go to church every day. Why? Why are you always doing that? For Muslims, you're praying, you're going to mosque every single day. Some of you twice a day, some of you 3 times a day. You're going to the mosque, you must pray every day. Why do you do that? Why do you connect with God every single day? Because the moment your spiritual life dies, the moment you start disconnecting from God, you disconnect from God the moment you stop praying, the moment you stop reaching out, the moment you stop going to church and all that. Anybody that has 30 people attending cell meeting regularly should be able, right? First of all, if you have 30 people attending cell meeting, you become an assistant cell leader. So from Monday, of course, Monday is Super Monday cell meeting handled by G Leader, which I'm already doing. Tuesday to Thursday must be anchored by assistant cell meeting leaders. And then every Friday must be handled by team leaders overseeing their different cells. Must be anchored by team leaders overseeing their different cells. All right. So let me explain this. For those of you that already have 30 people, we're going to restructure everything in our team. So I'll make this clearer, in our team. We would understand it better. So some of the key leaders have already given them the mandate to take full responsibility for their team. Jerry is already taking full responsibility for his cell meeting in his team. Abigail, the same thing, taking responsibility for her cell meeting in her team as well. Network marketing creates more millionaires than any other industry in the world. Network marketing does that. This is the end of the blueprint. Before I wrap it up, okay, I want to play this video. It's a very short video. It's about how many minutes? About, I don't think it's even up to a minute. So let's just watch it. Over 8,000 people were at this event. These 8,000 people cannot be mad now. These 8,000 people cannot be mad. If we did not have a good cause, if we're not doing the right thing, if God is not backing us, after how many years? I remember when Ambassador Michael Okoli used to say, a time is going to come when we use this national stadium and it will not even be enough for us. Follow a man with vision. I did not see it at that point. We were still small as Suite 8. I didn't see it at that point. But look at us right now. The stadium is not even enough for us. These are the G leaders at the retreat. It was mind-blowing. It was amazing. I had so much fun. It was amazing. We did a bit of it. That, you know, of course, there's no La Buena Vida project. There's no us without a little bit of ceremony. It was amazing. It was amazing. So Michael Okoli shared the a bit of the what do you call it again? The highlights of the event. Let me see if I can get it quickly so that I can share with us. But meanwhile, please, we're having our Amazon event today by 7 p.m. because we couldn't do it on Saturday because of the Amazon dinner. We're having our Amazon event, okay, on today by 7 p.m. So all the women in your life, invite them. It's going to be amazing as usual. It's going to be amazing. Share the flyer. Share the flyer. It's going to be super, super, super amazing, okay? So ensure that you invite everybody. This is the flyer. Get the flyer from your leader. Get the flyer from your leader. While my WhatsApp is starting up, get the flyer from your leader, okay? So for the challenge, for the $2,000 challenge, I'm going to have to change it because of this whole new thing that has been introduced to the blueprint, the whole, you know, becoming a connector and all that. The only thing that is changing, good news, is that we have moved the challenge. The challenge is now going to be between 26th of January to 26th of February. So it's starting in 2 days' time. And how do you qualify? You must be a Global Stars connector. So use this period to generate 36 codes in your team. Every single person that generates 36 codes in their team between 26th of January to 26th of February will qualify for that challenge. So it's no longer going to be if you have 30 people in your team. No, once you generate 36 codes, I think this is easier. Once you generate 36 codes in your team, you run the challenge. That is the only thing that is changing. Okay, so please hold on. Let me quickly see if I could get the video from Ambassador Michael Okoli. He just shared it this morning while I was in the session. So let me see if I could get it quickly. Just hold on. Let me see if I could get it. If I don't get it, then I'll just share it on your various WhatsApp groups, okay? So we're going to, I know I said it the last time, but we're officially going to start our Maurice 7 Secrets to 7 Figures. We're going to be starting that one on, we're going to be starting it on Wednesday. We're going to be starting it on Wednesday. And there was so many announcements, the compensation plan, we're going to be having an improved compensation plan. All right, where guys is going to, I don't even want to do the announcement. Those people that came for the retreat already enjoyed the announcement, where referral bonus is going to increase between 20,000 to 100,000 Naira. It's going to be between 20,000. Imagine that you register someone and you get referral bonus instead of 5,000 Naira. You're getting referral bonus of 20,000 Naira. Imagine you register someone instead of getting referral bonus of 5K. You're getting as much as 100K. Yes, that is the new compensation plan. It's coming to us. As soon as we get it's coming in the next 1 or 2 weeks. As soon as it comes to us, we're going to share everything with you, okay? So let me share. So I've downloaded this one. Let me just share it with you guys quickly. All right, so let me share. Yes, referral bonus is increasing. I see them, see them. So that is the Ed Plan 3.0. Can everybody see my video? Can everybody see my video? Can everybody hear it? Can everybody hear it? If you can hear it, say yes, so we can continue. Awesome. So this is it. You guys are already excited. You're excited. You're excited. Anyway, trust me, when they announced it, that video you saw that we're raving, they had just announced it and we're so excited, okay?
Means moving from a place where you are struggling to a place of abundance. Buy into the vision.
And how to burn the bridge and the consequences of not burning the bridge and the benefits of burning the bridge, which is giving up what you like best for you to get to where you want to get to.
It's overflow. It means that when it is full, there is no space for any other thing, Abby. Fantastic. That is how this business must move. You must be fully involved in the business to the point where you are so fully involved that nothing else can come on top of it. That is how you really get to that grace level very fast.
A lot of us are running not to win. A lot of us are running not to lose.
What are excuses? Excuses, no matter how valid, are the reasons you are still where you are. Your dream has to be bigger than your fears.
It's power-packed, it's so enlightening. Like, you think you know so much until you come to a place like this. I mean, we're changing lives. Nothing has meaning, only the meaning you give to it.
Wow, wow, wow. I'll share the rest of it. The one for the second day with you guys. Okay, I'm going to share it, okay? So I think we've come to the end of today's Super Monday cell meeting. I hope you guys got value. Make that decision. Make the decision to become a leader. Make the decision that you're going to go all out this year. Make the decision that you're going to stop playing small. Your playing small does not serve you, doesn't serve the world. Your playing small does not serve the world. Your playing small does not serve your family. Your thinking small does not serve your family. It doesn't serve anybody at all. The hard work you're refusing to do today, you're still going to have to do it in the next 10 years, 4 years. While your mates are retiring, you're still there grinding, working so hard. Please, I beg of you, share these things with your prospect. When we share this video, share these things with your prospect. Let your prospect know that we have a good thing going on. Invite massively, do your activities. Do not keep this. They say a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Do not close your mouth. Stop. Do not close your mouth when you hold a beautiful opportunity. Don't keep it all in. Share it with everybody. Share it with everybody. Follow your leaders. Okay, so like I did the last time, I'm going to drop my email address for those of you that have one complaint or the other. Please, I want to fetch out any bad egg in the team. I want to fetch it out. So anybody that is not doing the right thing that they're supposed to do, anybody at all that is not doing the right thing that they're supposed to do under you, send your email, send to my email. I'm coming down. Okay, no, send to Didi. I'm coming down to ensure that everybody does the right thing in our team. So this is the email address. I've projected it here, gilida@gmail.com. You have any challenge, That's after you've gone to your leader. If the challenge is with Jerry's downline, try to solve it with that person. If the person, let's say your registration has not been done over in a period of time, for 1 week, 2 weeks, registration has not been done. You reach out to your upline, they are telling you stories that touch. You reach out to Jerry. Jerry is not really handling it. You reach out to me immediately. But I don't want you to just come to me immediately. If it's a complaint that your leader can handle, don't bring it to me. That's when they're not handling it, then you bring it to me and then I'll help you handle them, okay? Don't be scared. Let nobody bully you by telling you that, oh, can you imagine if you dare tell Ambassador Didi, I will make, nobody has any power more than me now in my own team here. Nobody has any power more than me. Nobody has the right to do anything without consulting me or going through me in my team. Nobody, if they threaten you, then I'll block your account. If anybody threatens, that's why you must reach out and talk to me so that they won't cripple your business. Don't let anybody threaten you with anything. Oh, go and talk to Ambassador Didi now. If you talk to Ambassador Didi, I'll do this to you. Report it to me. In fact, that's one reason you must report it to me. Let's deal with that person and remove that bad egg from our business. Anybody that's giving La Buena Vida project a bad name, let's go remove them, okay? All right, so well done, everybody. Have a fantastic day. I hope you learned a lot. You know, like I said earlier, we're going to be starting the McMurray series on Wednesday. It's going to be amazing. All right, so well done, well done, well done. I can't wait to celebrate so many of you. So many things are coming up. As they come up, I'm going to be sharing with you guys. All right. Ensure that you invite massively for today by 7 p.m. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. God bless you. Okay, go to your various WhatsApp groups and share what you learned. For those of you that were awarded on that day, I'm super proud of you. All the Amazon ambassadors, all the Tukoma Club members in my team, all the Amazon ambassadors in my team that were also that were invited for the dinner. I'm so proud of every single one of you. Let's go become, Tukoma Club members. Those of you that are not yet, those of you that are not yet millionaire mentors, let's go become that. Those of you that are not global ambassadors, advance in ranks, grow in ranks, and I can't wait to celebrate all of you, okay? So bye, everybody. God bless you. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome.